Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm going to use the Vailima Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright. Already shuffled. What do we have? This seems to drag through here. Okay. That's okay. You get a lot of strong energy there, but not that that's shocking. But you know, you got Destiny at the bottom. I was gonna put it down, but they kept pulling me to pull it. Like this seems like it's already on its own track. Like this is gonna happen. Like the heads up could help you, but whatever's gonna happen here is just pretty much gonna happen. I feel like it's your perception of it afterwards. And where you take it afterwards is the key here. Let's see where this goes. When you come into this situation, you have the Emperor energy. You're under control. It feels like you're in a power position. You see things from a heightened view at the very least. Looking at the situation third party, like this is how this works, this adds in with that. These things work together. This is my role in the situation. I do my part, they do their part. You seem to have this overview of the situation where you seem to make sense of it all. Even if somebody else can't see why this is happening or that is happening, you seem to have an overview where you can pull it all in and understand like this is where everything fits. Now, in what's actually happening is justice is happening and the trust card. I feel like what they're saying is you're seeing the situation for what it is. It's working out the way it should be working out. Even if something seems like it's not the best, it does seem to be melding through quite well. At least it's making sense to you is what I'm getting. Now, the situation stays the way it is. It doesn't seem to be really moving much, but you seem to be kind of in the know about where it's heading. And I feel people around you or other people you're dealing with in this situation, they seem to be just doing the same thing over and over. I want to say maybe in a little bit of a rut. They have the Four of Pentacles. They're just doing things the same way they have. Nothing's really changing. Nothing's really popping out here as an issue. But what I see from you is you're looking like, well, since everybody else has this under control, maybe I'll just step away for now and just let it go on autopilot. Because I feel you kind of stepping back. The situation is what it is. You see how everything's working together. You see how this side's taking care of that side. I feel like everything's going as expected. Nobody's really stepping out of line of what's expected of them or the norm. So I feel like you're pulling your energy back and you're going on to some other things for now. When this happens, I feel like you're missed. The Five of Cups with the friendship is like, I feel people miss your interaction with this situation. But I'm seeing you above it here with the Hierophant, like you know it's going to take care of itself. You don't seem to feel you're needed as much at this point. So you're falling back a little bit. You know people are missing your involvement, but you're like, you know what, I got other things I got to do, and the situation is surviving well enough without me. You seem to be connected enough to keep an eye on it, but you're pulling back. And people miss you. I do feel like that's the Five of Cups with the friendship. I feel like these are melding together. Like people are missing your input. People like you around. People would prefer you were there. And I almost feel like you might be looking at this a little differently, kind of like when you're involved or in the situation, your hands are actually in it, you're doing a lot for other people and you're making things a lot easier for them because you're kind of picking up the slack for them. Now that you've pulled back and you kind of like let them do what they need to do, they're doing what they should be doing. And you're kind of looking at it like, well, yeah, you're missing my interaction, you're missing my company, but you're also missing me doing some of this for you. So I feel like you're pulling back and you're like, yeah, I'm seeing it a little more. And I feel like you're pulling back and you're keeping that energy. Like you're just like, you know what, let that live the way it should live. I don't feel like I should be doing that for you. I should let you do it on your own. I do see the Six of Pentacles with the healing coming in here. The situation seems to be finding a new balance. People who need assistance or something, if something seems lacking, the situations is seeming to find other ways to pick up for that slack, other ways to fill in those gaps. I'm getting a lot of healing. I feel there's other help from other areas, but I feel like the situation is basically learning how to sustain itself. This could be a person, I'll give you that. But whatever the situation is, even if it's a person or not, it's learning how to help itself. It's learning how to take care of itself. And I feel you're seeing this and you're kind of looking at it like, I feel like you're looking at this and there is some healing, there's some growth going. But it's almost like now that you're not the one running in there to save the day or make, things easier for other people that they should be kind of doing themselves, they're finding other people to do that for them. And I feel like I feel like you're still staying out of it. You're just kind of like, your influence, it is helpful when it's there, but it seems like you prefer that these people learn how to help themselves a little more. They're finding other people to help them instead of you. I feel like you see that and you're just kind of like, well, if that's how it is, but I'm not going to go in there and do it again. I get that you're still in harmony with the situation. You're still getting along with everybody. I just feel like where this finally ends up is kind of the 5. Is that the 5? The 5 of Swords. Which is kind of like the fruitless win. You pulled yourself out of it. You're staying back. You're hoping they will. Well, you're seeing that they've just found somebody else to do what you used to do. They're finding somebody else to pick up the slack for them instead of picking the slack up themselves. I feel like you pulling back and seeing this is seeing the situation for what it really is. And I feel like this is going to affect you going forward, whether you're going to actually just completely walk away from this situation or if you're going to re-add yourself in or try to find a different way to get these people to help themselves. Seeing how you pull back and just kind of let it go on its own and noticing these people are finding other people to pick up the slack for them, that seems to be coloring what you're going to do next. And it seems to be the point. That's the destiny. You need to see it's not just you going in there and saving the day. If you pull back, it seems like they find somebody else to do it for them. Whatever you used to do, saving the day type thing, they're finding somebody else to do that for them. And I feel like this is kind of setting you up to be like, all right, do I just want to go on to something else because it just seems like the situation isn't changing no matter if I'm there or not? Or do I want to get re-involved and find a way to keep other people from picking up that slack for them and forcing them to pick up their own slack? Because I feel like that might be an option for you. You have to decide what's right for you. Some of you, I feel like, will be looking at it that way. If you should or not, yeah. Are we there? I think we're done. All right. So I'm going to let that go there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.